we deal, get Chris to the left. We chopping shit like a chef. I keep a 30 like Steph. It might take a breath. These bullies are bad for your health.
I cut her straight, he ready to blow. That nigga, he always on go. I can't.
The road.
You know how to rock.
We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder as charged in count 1 of the indictment. We, the jury, find the defendant guilty of first-degree murder as charged in count 2 of the indictment. And we, the jury, find the defendant guilty of convicted felon in possession of a firearm as charged in count 3 of the indictment.
Mr. Johnson, the jury having found you guilty of conspiracy to commit first-degree murder, and convicted felon in possession of a firearm. As the 13th juror, I affirm this verdict. As to the first-degree murder, I sentence you to life in prison.
Say I'm a rapper, the state say that I'm a paid killer. I've sent my paperwork, say I'm a real grave digger. 100 mil, 100 years, I'm still the fine nigga.
It took the jury a little under 4 hours to reach their verdict and find Justin Johnson, aka Straight Drop, guilty of murdering Young Dolph. After announcing the verdict, the judge sentenced him to life in prison for the murder alone. There were a handful of people who testified during the trial, from Dolph's security guard to Straight Drop's brother to different members of law enforcement. The person who performed the autopsy on Dolph, surveillance footage was showed, etc. But the key testimony came from Cornelius Smith, who was also charged for his role in the murder of Young Dolph. He's Straight Drop's co-defendant, and he got on the stand and revealed that him and Straight Drop agreed to do the hit for $100,000 after meeting with Yo Gotti's older brother, Big Jook. He mentioned that, he was connected to Hernandez Govan, who used to sell him pills, and that during one of his meetups with Govan to grab some pills that he met Big Jook, which is when Big Jook told him to put his phone outside and come back in to chop it up. And he said him, Govan, and Big Jook spoke about, the hit on Dolph.
All right, so you and him were going to give Govan $10,000 apiece?
Yeah.
And how much were you going to get?
I was getting 40, he was getting 40.
Okay. Had you spoken with Justin about this?
Yeah, we had been talking about it.
Okay. How is it that you met Justin through Quet?
Just, like, being around, basically. Being around.
Would Justin be around Quet too?
Yeah, he'll be around quick.
Do you know why Justin would be around Quet?
They look at each other like brothers, brothers,
Okay.
and then just the rap or whatever.
All right. You knew Justin to be a rapper?
Yeah,
Did you know his rap name?
Straight Drop.
And did you know Quet to be involved in, the rap business or something?
He called himself.
Okay. What sort of would he call himself as far as being in the business?
I guess a negotiator. I don't know.
A negotiator?
I don't know. Yeah.
Okay. Do you know whether or not he was trying to negotiate for Straight Drop?
I guess trying to get him a deal.
Okay. Do you know who he was trying to get him a deal with?
Big Jook and them got in him.
You ever heard of the music label CMG?
Yeah.
Straight Drop had a personal connection to her, Hernandez Govan, who's also charged in this murder case. He's alleged to be the mastermind of everything, and Govan allegedly promised Straight Drop an opportunity at CMG. He was supposed to be like a negotiator for him. So he was the bridge between him and Big Jook. And Straight Drop reportedly also agreed to do the hit for the $100K. From what I understand, Straight Drop would have got $40K, Cornelius Smith would have got $40K, and they both would have gave $10,000 to Govan. So that was revealed during trial by not only the prosecutor, but also Cornelius Smith himself. And he pretty much highlighted the entire day leading up to everything. They were riding in a stolen white Benz, headed to the Westwood area, headed to Young Dolph and Paper Route Empire's Thanksgiving turkey giveaway. When they noticed a camouflage wrapped Corvette, they knew it was Young Dolph because he had his vehicles wrapped that certain way in the camouflage. They watched Young Dolph pull into the parking lot for Makita's Cookies. They decided to make a U-turn, come up the back way. They ambushed him, hopped out, and shot him up 20 plus times. He passed away on the scene. Minutes later, Justin Johnson reportedly FaceTimed Big Jook to let him know that they had took care of the hit and killed Young Dolph. Kania Smith ended up getting locked up in early December, and Justin Johnson, he actually went on the run, and they caught him in January of 2022 in Indiana.
U.S. Marshals took Johnson into custody Tuesday near Terre Haute, Indiana, several days after authorities announced a warrant and reward for his arrest. Johnson waived extradition Wednesday morning, and marshals said he'll soon be transferred back to Memphis.
Straight Drop in particular, he never testified. When they called him to the stand, he declined to testify. He was pretty much emotionless throughout the entire trial. Even when they read the verdict and said that he was guilty on all 3 charges and the judge sentenced him to life, he didn't react in an emotional way. Pretty much appeared that he was already accepting his fate. After he was found guilty, he posted on his IG story pretty much saying that he wouldn't take the cheese, in so many words, that he wouldn't cooperate, that they could throw away the key, pretty much sentence him to life in prison before he would snitch. Leading up to the trial, Straight Drop released a couple projects. He was an aspiring rapper, has multiple videos on YouTube that's done hundreds of thousands of views, one of which is called Stepped On, featuring Big Homie G, who's signed to Moneybagg Yo. He's a CMG affiliate in so many words. And in that video, Straight Drop is seen with a PRE chain. This is days after Dolph's murder, and he has a PRE chain hanging from his belt buckle. And it's reportedly a stolen PRE chain at that, but just ironic that he would release that days after the murder of Young Dolph with the person linked to CMG. You know what I'm saying? But on top of that, man, there's footage that surfaced, or photos that have surfaced, showing Straight Drop in a picture with Young Dolph as he's performing. And it's also people linked to, his crew that have ties to PRE in the past, But, Justin Johnson, if you look into his past, he's been arrested before for a shooting. Back in 2017, he made the news for shooting up a bowling alley. According to reports, he got into an altercation at a bowling alley in Memphis. It was like a large fight. When he went outside to his vehicle, grabbed an assault rifle, came back but yeah, man, so he's had a checkered past, and he's had some violent offenses prior to, him being found guilty for his role in killing Young Dolph, but he also was an aspiring artist, and somebody who's been in multiple videos with him is a guy named Joshua Taylor, aka CEO Tezy.
Hey. What time behind?
Man, let these folks know what's going on, cuz.
A whole lot of gang shit.
What you talking about? What you talking about? I know what's going on. We just getting this shit started though. This shit ain't even croak up yet.
Hold on, I'm finna let them know we just getting started, you hear me?
Yeah. Shit just getting started. What you talking about? Yeah.
These rats can't fit in my jeans cause I'm rocking skinny. Long live my little nigga, man. Long live Moolah. We still standing on top of shit. Still got the guy with me. This shit just getting started though. They better tune in cause it's finna be a movie. No cap now.
Several sources confirmed to Fox 13 the victim's name in this case is Joshua Taylor. Now, Taylor was once a person of interest in Young Dolph's murder investigation. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre has been covering the Young Dolph case since the beginning. He spent hours in Orange Mound today and now explains where police are in this investigation.
A gruesome sight is how investigators with the Memphis Police Department described the homicide scene yesterday afternoon in Orange Mound to me. Police say officers got called to Spotswood Avenue Wednesday afternoon. In heavy brush next to a church, officers found a man shot to death inside of a car. Overnight, sources confirmed to me the man they found is Joshua Taylor. According to my sources, Taylor is said to have been a friend of Justin Johnson, one of the two alleged shooters police charged killing the rapper. In February 2022, investigators wanted to learn if Taylor knew where Johnson was and if he knew anything about Dolph's death. Police never charged Taylor in the murder, and he has not been mentioned in the case recently.
CEO Tezy, he was named as a person of interest in this Young Dolph murder. They knew that he was an associate of Straight Drop and wanted to interrogate him and find out if he knew, where Straight Drop was at. During the time when Straight Drop was on the run, he actually was murdered before all of this played out. It's been rumored to say that may have been linked to this whole situation regarding Young Dolph being killed because of his ties to Straight Drop. But yeah, that's what it's looking like. Obviously Big Jook, the person who said to have put the 100K on Dolph's head, he was murdered, in January of 2024.
Good evening, Daniel. Well, at least 5 police sources have confirmed with Fox 13 that the person killed is Anthony Mims, also known as Big Jook. Now, Big Jook is the brother of rapper Yo Gotti. Now, we were at that scene earlier tonight. Police say 2 men were shot outside Perion's restaurant and event center around 4:15. Now, that's on Winchester near Kirby. According to the Memphis Police Department, the victim was inside a vehicle at the time and was brought here to St. Francis Hospital, where he was pronounced deceased.
Just unfortunate all the way around. Young Dolph, he lost his life. Straight Drop, Cornelia Smith, serving time in prison. Big Jook lost his life. All of these people got families, not justifying no actions whatsoever, but people are hurting on all sides. If you messing with the content, hit the like button, drop a comment. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, hit the button ASAP. It's greatly appreciated. Until next time, I'm gonna holler at y'all. 100.